The roulette board blinks with random numbers, each glowing with a promise that could 100x your bet. But underneath the sound effects and studio polish, it's the same European wheel that's been draining hopeful players for centuries. The only changes are electricity and math. Those bolts of light are multipliers, replacing what used to be even odds certainty. Before lightning, a straight-up bet on a single number paid 35 times. Now you can win up to 500 times or lose on every spin that doesn't strike. The glamour hides the trade-off. Probability sliced thinner until it gleams. So, can you profit from the multipliers? The short answer is yes, but not in the way people imagine. Profit here isn't a jackpot that transforms a night. It's microcontrol over probability over time. It means understanding that lightning is two games stitched together, the base roulette and the multiplier overlay. The first follows old physics. The second follows random selection weighted by the provider's algorithm. You can't predict lightning, but you can position yourself under clearer skies. The structure matters. Each round, 1 to 5 numbers are struck by lightning. Those chosen spots get boosted multipliers, anywhere from 50 times to 500 times. But the payout on all other straight-up numbers quietly drops to 29 times. That's the tax you pay for the show. Most players ignore that line in the rules because they're too busy chasing flashes. The game survives on that ignorance. One quiet rule circulates among long-term players. Protect the base, play the flash. It means allocate 90% of your bets to coverage columns, dozens, low divided by high, where variance stays low, and use the remaining 10% for single-number lightning targets. You earn small recoveries from the base while waiting for a multiplier to land. It feels slower, less exciting, but it's how you stay alive. Most players talk about lucky streaks. Analysts talk about distribution. The wheel doesn't remember previous strikes, but the algorithm feeding multipliers follows a probability pattern that evens out over thousands of rounds. There's a discipline called micro-targeting that some veterans use. They fix a cluster of 4 to 6 numbers and repeat the same bets every round. Over time, variance smooths. You're not chasing lightning, you're waiting for it to pass through your field. It's boring, methodical, and strangely effective for stability. You won't always hit the big bolt, but when you do, your balance doesn't just jump, it resets the entire session's losses. The trick is to keep bet size constant, never double after a miss. Lightning roulette punishes escalation. The mind game matters more than math. Lightning roulette is built to manipulate anticipation. Every flash triggers dopamine the way slot bonus rounds do. You're not thinking about payout percentages anymore, you're thinking about maybe. That's where bankrolls dissolve. Professionals invert the stimulus. They treat every lightning strike that doesn't hit them as confirmation that the system's working as expected. It's emotional judo, turning loss into proof of control. Can you profit? Yes, but not by outguessing the lightning. You profit by designing a system immune to it. A player running a flat bet strategy across a consistent cluster with small complementary outside bets can hover near break-even long enough to catch a boosted payout. The profit curve is narrow but real, especially during sessions where volatility compresses periods with fewer extreme multipliers and more mid-range 100 times hits. The moment you start chasing those 500 times bolts, you've stepped outside the profitable zone. Those paydays exist for marketing, not math. Evolution Gaming's model balances its return to player percentage around 97.3%. That figure includes the lightning feature. Every extra risk must bend back toward that anchor eventually. One method gaining quite traction in 2025 is compounded exposure. It's the art of reinvesting only winnings from a lightning hit into the next 10 rounds while leaving the base bankroll untouched. The idea is to isolate luck. If lightning favors you, you let it feed its own loop. If not, you end the loop clean. It turns volatility into a separate budget, which protects longevity. Emotionally, lightning roulette is the perfect test of greed management. You see someone in chat drop a 500 times screenshot, and you feel smaller instantly. The mistake is comparison. Their one round doesn't show their last plays. Some players adopt a hybrid mode combining lightning roulette with classic roulette in separate tabs. They use the standard table to stabilize losses while waiting for lightning opportunities. It sounds clever, but it splits focus. Once attention divides, timing slips, and both balances bleed. True control comes from single focus flow, one wheel, one rhythm, full awareness. The real secret: multipliers don't create value, they redistribute it. Every huge win you see is funded by hundreds of small hopeful losses. Understanding that turns jealousy into detachment. You stop praying for lightning and start protecting the structure. That's when profit, however small, begins to appear not as reward, but as a side effect. If you liked today's video, subscribe to the channel.